Hey guys, and welcome back to another edition of Choirs and Cups, featuring Darkside, myself, alongside Affordable Dreams, here to cover some of the Red versus Blue TC games for you tonight.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? Pleasure to have you with us. We break out for our first commentary of the season, starting out with these TC games, Red versus Blue. And seeing what's going on here tonight. Big, exciting stuff to watch the TC play and get some exposure and get their feet and their stick rolling on the ice for their LG stuff.
For sure, for sure. So tonight, Red versus Blue. You'll notice we are wearing the appropriate colors for tonight. Unfortunately, my co-host here, Affordable Dreams, wearing a very ugly blue jersey, but what are you going to do, right?
You gotta stay with the winning team. You can't be in Montreal. Come on.
We'll see in the
Ontario.
Yeah, that is fair. Well, you're in Saskatchewan. You should be following the Oilers or something.
Buy a free reign.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, yeah, fair enough. All right, why don't you kick us off with the blue side?
Yes, coming with the blue side here, we have JoJo Devil 91. He was the team captain for the blue side tonight, and he did handpick his own team for this game tonight. Coming out first for him. His name is Icefire 97, which is his selection with one game played so far. One goal against average, 87.5. And to break down JoJo, since I missed him, he has 4 games played, 12 points, 5 goals, 7 assists, and a +9.
Right on.
Seems like a strong selection.
Sorry, 1 second. Teal's giving us some info here with some audio issues. Is it all good now, Teal?
It's just, there we go. Perfect.
All right, so
thank you so much, Teal. Appreciate that.
for my pick of the standout player, maybe a bit of a not necessarily a surprising pick, but I think the biggest standout for the blue side is definitely going to be Iced Fire 97. I mean, limited sample size in these TC games, but putting up an 87.5 is a really solid start. I've seen this guy around. He can make or break a game. If he's on, he's someone you have to worry about in terms of stealing a game.
Definitely.
For sure. But yeah, so moving on to the red side of things, we got Sink Smasher up the middle, and I believe he's the captain of this team. Pulling together with him.
Space 42 was the captain of the team.
Oh, I'm sorry. Spaced 42 is the captain of this team. So Sink Smasher coming in at center. He's sitting here with 0-1 in his one game in the tournament, 2 points, -1. To his left wing, the Vikes Bull 53 had a strong showing in his first game, putting up a win, 3 points, 2 goals and assist, +4 rating, which is solid. And then on the right wing is Pitbull D2K. He also went 1-0 with 2 points, both goals, managed to pull out a 0+-. And then the aforementioned captain on the right-hand side is Spaced 42, 2-0-1, 3 points with a -1 rating. So a bit of an offensive force, not pulling out necessarily the wins. The +- he needs. I'm noticing we're missing a lefty from the lineup on this side.
Are we missing a lefty? Really?
Far as my screen is showing, but I will refresh it. Maybe they've.
He did write me in a PM saying that he did show up last minute, so he's
Okay, perfect. So Mr. Reed 0219 is the left defenseman, having gone 3-1 in this tournament, 4 points and a +12. Wow, that is a strong showing. And finally, T Morrow 18 coming in for goalie, played one game, putting up an 88.2, 2 goals against in his one game that ended up being a win. For you on the red side, who do you think is the standout player?
On the red side, I'm going to have to give this to the goaltender. He's already had a strong showing, the 87.5 saves an average and 1 goals against average. I would say he's going to be the standout factor in this game, holding down that last line of defense.
Right on.
That's my
Um,
shout out. That's my shout out, man.
yeah, for sure. Any TCs that are currently watching this show, these are a really good way to get involved, get your name out there in LG. You know, it's a good way to be seen. I mean, obviously you're going to be talking to your teammates and your management on your assigned team, but this is a really good way to showcase that you can play in an LG game without having to ECU kind of last minute. You can prep for these things. You can warm up with your teammates and kind of give you a showcase setting.
100%. It's also good because I mean, a lot of owners, management, and whatnot, they all watch this stuff, and they get to see you play as well. Uh, uh, you know, and it's also going to help you grow as an LG player and get used to the LG ways of things.
Hmm.
To where a lot of TCs that are new don't understand the formation, the flow, and this is a good way just to get recognized and learn all that.
Definitely. How are we looking on the stream for this game?
I'm just rechecking that right now. For some reason, it says there's a network error. Try again. I don't get that.
Okay,
Second.
let me peek real quick.
Yes, please.
Okay, so it appears as though they're searching now. The red side is the stream we're going to be watching from, so that would be
Perfect.
the captain spaced 42. He'll
Space
be leading
42
us
red
off
side.
through
Yes,
this.
sir.
But yeah, for sure. I mean, again, big thing for the TCs to do this. I mean, shout out to Smooth Angles. I believe Creaky. There's a few other guys I'm sure I'm forgetting that are doing a really good job of helping out with the TC development games such as this. Good job, guys. Way to step up. Huge help to the
What we
community.
have for the TC dev this year is smooth angles, visibility 12. Murbane, when he has time, and Canadian Bacon 197 are our TC dev leaders. This
For sure. And sorry, just to respond to the comment that just came in. No, it's not too late to sign up and get on a team in LG. You sign up now, you'll be randomly assigned to a CHL team on their TC roster. From there,
correct.
you know, talk to them, practice with them, be active, and you'll always have a shot at making a roster. Nothing's guaranteed, of course, but that's your best bet.
Yes, 100%. And it's never too late. And the more guys sign up, the better it is for us to do. We always want to grow, so please get in there. On our Twitch right there, you can actually hit the LG button. You can get right into the site there and do all your signups right then and there. Make it simple for you guys, quick and easy.
Exactly. So
So
it appears as though the other side's got some kind of hiccup in terms of not being
it
ready or
does.
not
It seems
searching.
like they're not ready.
Um,
So
yeah,
I
so
got any PMs here. Let's double check that.
for sure. And again, sorry, Bubba, to kind of double check with you there. There's like we said, there's a link below, and there's a section that says "How do I?" One of the how-to things is how do I sign up for a league. It'll walk you through how you do it, how you
100%.
verify your account, all that fun stuff.
So I got no PMs about nothing. Let me write smooth directly and see what's going on.
For sure.
See what he says. Get back to me in a minute. Hopefully it's something good. In the meantime, though, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing. It's the first time we're watching a puck drop for ourselves to do this, and the first time getting or doing it minus the GM and owners game we did. That was kind of our first little dry run, and it went okay. I think we're going to improve a lot more as time goes on. I look forward to doing more of these with you and for the community as we go along here.
Definitely. And to speak specifically of this game, looking at sort of a bit of the lineup here, there is a bit of a disparity in terms of goals for and against with these two squads. I'm not sure if they've played each other
Definitely.
specifically, but 7 points coming from one person who's played previously in the Vikes Bowl 53, and 23 combined points coming through the
Yeah,
other side of the ice.
for the boots. So the
Yeah,
offense does look heavily favored the blue side. Now, I do want to mention that the blue side has lost every game so far in these TC games. So hopefully this is the turning point tonight.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm rooting for the red just because of my jersey color, but we'll see, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. We all know that the blue side's always better because they're a Toronto color.
Yeah, but see, the problem is they share it with Wichita too, and I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, those wings still can't beat them.
I mean, hey, we're beating you in the standings, so
That's okay. When it comes down to playoff time, you can't beat us. You get nowhere.
yeah, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see.
Do I need brooms again this season for you guys, or should we
Uh,
just leave them at home?
we got them for you, yeah. You sweep your ass this time.
Hey, regardless of sweep or not last season, it was still a lot of close games and a lot of EA bounces happened.
For sure, for sure. You and I often joke that EA has a penchant for giving the Thunder goals against the Wings. Even in our one
Definitely.
matchup this season, it was the only goal was scored was in fact an EA goal.
An EA goal. EA doesn't want you to win, see?
Yeah, it's got to buy that limited edition version.
That's what we all have.
Yeah.
All right, all right. I don't see any motion yet, do you?
No, no. It appears as though they're falling behind in terms of I don't know if it's finding players, having issues getting into lobbies, whatever the case may be. But doesn't
Or
appear
the
the. Oh,
cold
here
draw?
we go. As I say it, the LG Red and the LG Blue have lined up
Boom.
to start the match.
Here we
Everyone's
go,
just
folks.
starting to ready up. Yeah,
Sorry for the
let's get it going.
time. It's rocking and rolling.
Now it's interesting to see this kind of showcase, especially for certain teams that I mean we all know at the end of the season, near towards the end of the season, people with availability issues, people who get called up to the AHL, TCs end up getting used a lot more often in that regard. So for the
They
TCs out
do.
there, keep your head up. If you hit week 6, your team's doing really well. Don't give up. Don't quit. It's not you're not guaranteed to be down there for the rest of the season. People do get called up. People have to go on vacation. That sort of idea. That's your time to shine. But the other part of this is the showcase here really does show what teams are going to have the depth come playoff time if they are short a
It
player,
does.
if someone lags out,
It
whatever the
does.
case may be.
I know last season we didn't need a TC all season until playoffs. And playoffs we needed TC like crazy.
Yeah, and
Um,
he played well for you
and
guys.
and and they were our saviors.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
But
so there's always that chance, you guys. Always that chance. I also want to bring out that at the end of the year, when playoffs hit for rosters, we're also going to try to get TC uh, playoff bracket made ourselves with a little lottery draft between the TC devs on draft picks and getting people in a draft for a playoff bracket and have your own little playoffs that we'll kind of announce and host on the show.
well, that's a really good idea. Yeah, for sure. I think that's a smart way to do it, and keep people engaged because, again, near that end of the season, some people start to feel a little disengaged. Um, you know, it's tough,
Exactly.
but getting them in there could be definitely a good thing.
Exactly. All right. So the puck's been dropped apparently.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So they've had a couple chances go both ways. Both teams doing a pretty good job of keeping that slot clogged. Not a lot of high quality chances as of yet. I'm sure they're both feeling them out, feeling each other out rather. But and as I say that, a pass from behind the net, cross the crease, and it's 1-0 for the blue side.
Just like that.
Yeah, it's quite a nice pass coming around there. I mean, showing a bit of wrap around there, making that defenseman really respect that post, and then a bit of a lapse in terms of coverage when it came to the the man sitting in the high slot, right? But generally, just a very nice play and a good pass
It was a very nice pass across the crease, very well placed, and very good finish on it as well.
for sure. All right, well, let's see if
Now,
the
did you
red
see,
team can
got to
come
see who
back with.
caught that goal?
That would have been Gilmore. I believe that is their. We're a little backwards here, so left winger. I want to say, right winger, right
The
winger,
left winger,
right
right
winger.
winger. Oh,
Yeah,
so
I'm
Juice,
I'm
Juice
I'm getting
five,
backwards with the mirrored effect of watching the other side, but yes, that would
definitely.
have been Mr. Juice. Uh,
Yeah, Juice five.
padding his stats. He's already had 11 points in 2 games. He's picked up yet another one less than 5 minutes into the game.
That would have made his sixth career TC goal. So
Yep.
good for him.
And the blue teams he seems to be putting on the pressure pretty well here. Red doesn't seem to have a strong breakout going, but they're carrying it up now, opting for the dump and chase, which the blue team's been all over. They're putting a heavy forecheck on. Oh, and it's Oh, it's a bit of a breakaway here. Oh, and Teal does a good job to box him out and block the shot. Nice defensive play.
Very nice. Very nice. Defense there, didn't feel too pressured, didn't cough up. They stood their ground, did the right thing. Very, very smart choice on their behalf to just lock it down instead of panicking and get caught chasing.
Definitely. You can see the skill on the red side when it comes defensively and offensively, but you can see the tentativeness. They're not, and as I say that, they score, but they're not having the easiest time working with each other. But that being said, on that goal, they didn't need to do too much in terms of passing. It was just a nice low corner shot opposite side by our centerman Sink Smasher on the TC red side.
On the TC red side, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we have a tie game, less than 10 minutes through the period, and Sink Smasher's cutting through the ice here, looking to create yet another chance. A bit of a turnover. Oh, they managed to keep it in, and it's being cleared out pretty easily by the blue team, but they end up icing it on the play. So let's see if red can kind of keep that pressure up and take that lead.
Right, and take over a little bit, which would be nice. Nice back and forth game so far, though. Nothing's been over strenuous on any side. It's been kind of balanced in between. Both goals and play between the ice has been fairly balanced. Blue took an
Exactly.
early start, in my opinion, but they definitely faltered a bit. Obviously, letting the goal in, but whatever.
Yeah, for sure. And again, it's I think it's going to be a back and forth game until either team figures out what style they want to play and what style the other team is playing. It really does kind of have an earmark of a feeling out process. I don't see any
Yes, it
specific
does.
set plays looking for. It's just sort of looking for the open man and trying to feel out what the other team's defense is going to do, right?
Exactly. Oh, let's turn right Raz there. Is that another goal by Red? Or is that old? That's
uh,
old. Never mind. Never
that
mind.
would be yes, that would be old. Oh, but Blue has scored on a nice,
Yeah,
nifty little cross crease. But interesting note, not a one timer from the offhand. That was actually a forehand one timer. Goalie just couldn't quite slide across, but a nice pass to open up the space and force that goalie to play left and right a little too quickly.
definitely, definitely. Very good play. Goalie got caught maybe a little bit there in the the chasing of the puck a little bit on his own behalf. When I say chasing by a goaltender, what I mean by that is sliding with that R stick probably and just getting caught
Hmm.
a brief second too late.
Oh, had a good chance for Red to come back here. Had a bit of an open net for their right winger Pitbull D2K. Not able to finish though.
No, but a very good look. I
Hmm.
mean, he had a nice open lane. Unfortunately, instead of hitting that lower corner post, which I'm sure he was aiming for, he ended up shooting it right into the goalie's pads. But I mean, it happened to me lots. I'll be aiming far side, and it hits the goaltender for no apparent
Yeah, exactly,
reason.
exactly. But yeah, we got some pressure coming here from the red team. Again, kind of full assault mentality. Not a lot of not a crazy amount of cycling, just full
Yeah, I was
on.
gonna say a lot of cycling happening, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. But then again, it did work for them. They've drawn a penalty, so they have a chance here to tie it back up.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I mean, as long as it's working for them, I guess stick to it. But I mean, that's something they'll learn through these TC games a little more as the cycle and team play.
Hmm.
It's going to get them more on a roster than cross crease constantly play and no team play.
Exactly. That's a big thing. I mean, a lot of players know how to do the cross crease. It's a good goal if it's there, but again, if you're forcing it too often, it's a lot of turnovers
You
for
got to
your.
switch it up.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So if they can kind of get this cycle going, mind you, they are on top of the blue team right now, drawing yet
They
another
are right.
penalty.
They're taking
Uh,
advantage of this power play.
yeah, well, now it's an extended 5-on-3
Exactly.
for the rest of the period. If they don't score an 11.6 here.
Going back a little bit of the play there, they had a nice chance off the side of the post there.
Hmm.
Um,
A bit of an
Empty net
unfortunate
again,
bounce.
but unfortunately, yeah, that's twice now. Once to the goalie's pads and once to the crossbar. So he just can't quite get that aim down yet. But it's going to happen. He keeps pushing.
Exactly, exactly. So rounding out the period, Blue heavily favored in time and attack, 3 minutes and 26 seconds, only two shots. Um, The red side, I have not seen because he skipped that screen. It appeared as though they had about a minute 26 and 5 shots. If I'm
A minute
working.
34 on the time attack.
Okay.
5 shots for the red,
Mm-hmm.
8 hits, 6 faceoffs of 5 for the red as well.
Nice. Your memory is clearly better than mine.
Well, remember, I'm also a little bit behind you, so when you said that you missed that, I focused on just on the red side.
I was trying to give you a little bit of credit there, but it's cool.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so start of the second period kicking off here. Face off at center ice with a 20-second 5-on-3 for the red team. Blue's done a good job to kill it so far. They've only got a 10 seconds to get maybe one more rush with the odd man, but pass gone awry, icing. They've got a minute and 17 on a 5-on-4 now. Face off in their own zone. Now is a really good chance to capitalize. If you miss on a 5-on-3, I mean, it gives the other team a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence. So
It does. Yeah,
this is a big time for them.
it is. I mean, and when people say the momentum has shifted, to me, there is no momentum in the game anymore. It's a mental momentum shift, is what it is.
Definitely. I mean, it hurts guys' confidence when they can't score. Up two men. The other team starts to
That's right.
feel like they got away with taking a couple penalties. Their teammates picked them up. They feel a little more confident in each other. And being that
And they're going
blue,
to come back out and do some dangerous.
yeah, and the blue team has done a pretty good job of cycling against the red team. So we'll see if they can kind of kill this off and continue that pressure if they can. Reds in tough to beat them here. Mind you, we do have a 3-on-1 progressing, and a bit of a botched chance coming from um, Sink Smasher and Pitbull, but let's see if they can get it back here with the heavy forecheck they've been employing for most of this game.
Yeah, they've been putting the pressure on like crazy, the red team. But again, they're still sticking to that same
Yep.
cross crease. Use your points. They're open.
Hmm.
Use them. Make something else happen. Change it up. Make
Yep.
that defense spread out so you can go back to the cross crease later on.
Definitely. And honestly, you do enough forced cross creases, teams are going to start to look for it. That's a good time to start maybe trying to beat the goalie short side. Again, like you said, point shots, tip shots, whatever it needs to be.
Yep,
But yeah, anything but continuing to do the same thing. If a team has figured out how to stop you on it, you've got to change. You've got to add something else to the arsenal.
definitely, exactly. So hopefully they are hearing us and they're talking about that in the chat right now.
And another icing by the blue squad. Now, I can tell blue is maybe a little bit of a
They're feeling the
faster.
pressure.
Yeah, and I think they're a bit of a faster team. They might be looking for that stretch pass where maybe they don't
It
need
looks
to.
like, I mean, that ice, it definitely was a stretch pass, hoping to hit him. If they
Hmm.
did, it's a breakaway and he's gone. Um,
Yeah,
just unfortunate, but yeah, I think they're using that speed aspect to try and push against the bigger defensemen.
yeah, agreed. And again, I mean, a 2-1 lead is obviously not safe. But that being said, you do want to play a little more cautiously with the lead. Try and work on that cycle. Keep it in their zone. Make it hard for them to come back towards your ice.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
we have almost a 3 on 0 there, but unfortunately, Mr. Vikesbull couldn't quite catch up to the puck to make it happen. Blue coming back the other way. Bit of a neutral zone scrum here. Oh, and a good job to get that deep. Teal's now battling it out in the corner. Two men on top of him, and he comes out with it fairly easily. Good for him. Vikesbull coming back down the wing, circling back, and again defaulting to that cross crease. He's gotten pressured, and it's the thought process is okay. You know what? Throw it to the high danger area. Hope it can get through and someone can get a shot on it, but it's just not producing the time on attack
And
they
it's not
need.
losing anything.
No, and you know what? Like these forwards have to be getting tired. Like they're skating up and down the ice, up and down the ice.
Yep.
I don't know if they can
Drain the energy
continue
out.
doing that. Yeah,
Can't win a game on your heels. Right now, the
no,
Blues goaltender has bailed them out like crazy. He's standing on his head right now for them.
agreed.
Blues got to, yeah, Blues got to get something else going for themselves. Help the goaltender out. A 1 goal lead to just sit on is hard to do.
It is. And with that being said, Blue came out strong in the first period, but it appears as though they're looking for the dump and chase a little bit here, and it's not producing much.
Working.
Yeah, let's see if they can switch that up and get her going. All right, we got Sink Smasher cupping up the middle here, trying to go for the slap shot. Gets pushed down pretty easily. Blue coming back the other way. Again, looking for that fancier pass, trying to stretch it across the length of the rink, left to right. Nice pass by Yellow to break them out. Teal has pinched up to take the center slot, now cutting to the left wing. Doesn't appear as though he's got a plan in mind, but goes for the short side shot and a rebound sort of behind the net for Blue to one time. A bit of a weird angle shot, but an attempt nonetheless. Something
There's
different.
something different for once. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
which is
something
good.
different for once. At least they got within that cross crease. They went for the rebound, which is always a good change up.
Agreed.
It's a weird spot to shoot from behind the red one, but I have seen it go in from there.
Yeah, we had one of those against us this weekend. It happens, right? I mean, I wouldn't recommend taking all your shots from there, but if that's all you've got before you get decked, I mean, try it.
Exactly. Why not? EA does love a weird bounce. Ask the
Exactly.
Wings. They know all about that. I'm going to keep riding that pony, you know.
Oh yeah, man. Just adding fuel to the fire for my team, buddy. Don't worry, don't worry.
That's right. That's right. Right. Well, speaking of which, I guess we got a big thing to talk about this week in the show. I won't say it now, but we definitely got something big to talk about the show with your team, I guess, this week.
Yeah, big trade coming through. I won't talk too much about it at this moment, but yeah, we'll be covering some of it. Yeah, we'll be covering we'll cover it on Sunday, 4 p.m. as always. You know, everyone tune in if you got the time. Love to have you there. I haven't been told to stop smoking yet by Raz, which is nice.
Raz has not been razzing me too much yet. He's been kind of quiet actually in the
Yeah,
chat today. I'm quite surprised.
he's feeling a little under the weather.
He's probably drunk.
Yeah.
He's got to drive a school bus tomorrow. I hope he calms that down. Blue at the end here of second period had a bit of pressure. It's
Yeah.
kind of nice to see them get a bit of zone cycle going, but they need to get back what they had in the first period.
Agreed.
The
I
first
mean,
period, especially the first half, was all Blue in my opinion.
it was, yeah. And again, Red, like I said, I think felt them out and kind of came back, but Blue is holding them in there. Now, like I said, it's now 4 minutes to 4:54 on time on attack. 16-3 for the hits are Red, and 11-8
Yeah.
are the shots. Face-offs are somewhat even, 12-9 going in Red's favor. Uh, you know, the big difference being the 4 penalty minutes taken by Blue and the lack of capitalization by Red on those chances. We'll see if, you know, having so much prolonged pressure.
Surprisingly, to me, the time attack's pretty balanced. It doesn't feel like it from watching Red kind of dominate a little bit, but it's pretty balanced.
It is.
It just
Well,
doesn't
again,
feel
you got to
like
remember that first period, there was about a 2 minute discrepancy, right? So they
That's true.
flipped that script, right? So again, this is a bit of a clean slate. I mean, aside from the fact that Red's down a goal, it's just a curious case to see whether or not they continue to pressure or the fact that they weren't able to capitalize on a really strong period shakes the confidence a little bit, and Blue comes
It
back
does,
and uses it as
100%.
fuel for that. Uh, and again, you see here, Vikes Bull looking for the behind the net play to cycle, and both Sink Smasher and Pitbull are sitting deep in front of the slot. Oh, we got a breakaway here by Blue, who tries to backhand far side it, just ends up missing the net. Again, another chance not capitalized on, and that's been sort of the story of the night for
They
Red
need to
here.
get one more. Give the goalie a cushion.
Oh, and as we say it, Mr. Pitbull scores a goal or a goal. Wow, a bit of a weird pass. I'm sure it was meant to be a high slot one timer. He ended up backhanding it low far side,
Right.
which I'm sure was a bit of a knuckleball for that goalie. An
And the
unfortunate
goalie
bounce.
was just slightly too far to the left, I want to say.
Hmm. Yeah, he got caught sliding the wrong way because, again, anticipating those one timers, whether it was intentional or not, to not one time that, changing it up did in fact work. Throwing him a
But I mean, that's what I
knuckleball.
was talking about. Blue had to get something going and help the goalie out because he's been holding him in this. So there's the breaker
Yeah,
from the pressure, finally capitalizing in for the red team.
exactly. And you know, let's see if they can keep it on and keep it going. I mean, it's been their game the back half of this game, so well, let's see. And as I say that, a breakaway coming up the middle for Blue, and what a save for T Morrow coming up big.
Goalie stood his ground there.
Yeah,
It's just took the ball, didn't panic, did the right thing, and huge save, humongous save.
definitely.
That could have been the game changer right there.
Well, especially after having just gotten the lead back, that's a really
Just
demoralizing goal
exactly.
to let in.
Yep, yep. So way to stand tall.
Oh,
Hopefully, Blue can put some pressure on late. If not, it might be another Blue loss at this rate, man. It's not looking good for Blue side with the pressure
yeah,
against them.
maybe it's just a curse, right? No matter how you shake the lineup up, it just Blue
Is
can't
this
do
is
it.
this the Rockets out here?
Yeah. Oh, and a bit of a floater, I want to say, coming in there for the blue team to pick the top left corner. Not too sure exactly what happened there. It looks like maybe the goalie got caught cheating off his post, but in any case,
He
it's
was
now
out a little wide,
yeah,
in my opinion. From looking at from being an ex goalie myself and playing it from time to time, he was out a little bit too far for that angle. He
yeah.
should have been in more. But yeah, definitely got caught cheating a bit. Looking for the cross crease, and they just put it on net instead. Good play by Blue to put it on net though, and read that.
Now, a little over 11 minutes left in the third period. Reds got to once again put the pressure on here. Down a goal. Oh, and another good chance, I believe, went off the post there. Coming for Sink Smasher, and they're up on a 3-on-1. Oh, and another huge save by the blue goalie. Coming up big yet again, carrying his team. What else can you say? Ice Fire, like I said, was going to be a big part of
All
this
I
game,
can
and he
say
has
is they're
been.
playing as Maple Leafs right now. Goalie holds them in, and if the forwards just score.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, here Reds getting a little bit pinned in their own zone, feeling that pressure, that forecheck of blue. They're trying to get the insurance goal, I'm sure. An attempted sauce pass down the boards doesn't quite work. Nobody's home. Blues trying to reset it here, maintain possession. A smart idea. Make them work hard, draw a penalty to try and get that extra chance. And like I said, drawn a penalty for blue. So now they've got to kill off a 2-minute power play. If they're successful, they'll have 5:22 to come back and score. Um, it's going to be
Exactly.
a tough final 7.5 minutes of this game.
It's going to be, and right now the Blue can take this power play and really put them on their heels. Can they do it? Can they capitalize on the power play and make a dagger,
Yeah,
or do they choke and give momentum back to the red team?
well, exactly. And noteworthy is the centerman is actually in the box, so they're going to have a bit of an advantage in terms of
And
face-offs.
Blue is jumping that face off like crazy.
Yes, maybe he was unaware, but yeah, the the penalty kill here for red looks a little sloppy. Not a lot of box shape going on. I think just a bit of panic setting in, feeling the pressure of okay, guys, we got to score here. Um,
Yeah,
we got to kill
definitely,
this
definitely.
off.
Some guys get that thought. Even on a shorty, is we're down. If we can get a shorty, it's even better for us. And then look, some teams try to push that shorty. So hopefully Red doesn't do it though. They play defense smartly and just kill it off. Lots of time left to kill a penalty off. Lots of time.
Yeah, exactly. And they've got 25 seconds left here to kill it off. And Yellow pulling the jump deke from beside his own goalie in around back him and pulling it back out. That is one of the riskiest dekes I have ever seen on a penalty kill. That is very lucky it didn't go in.
Yeah, it is 100% lucky he didn't go. That could have bounced off the goalie and in off his back. Anything.
Yeah, I thought that was
To me,
going in, to be perfectly honest with you.
risky play, and that's something you don't look for on your roster side.
No. And there it is, cross crease pass coming, I believe, from Juice to JoJo Devil. 4-2, 5 minutes left. Red is taking their timeout in an attempt to try and change some of the momentum, calm the nerves a bit. But yeah, it's maybe a little too little, too late. We'll
Might be
see.
a little too late.
Yeah,
We'll see. It's 5 minutes ago. I have seen guys score 3, 4 goals in 5 minutes, so we'll see.
yeah. I mean, even look at last season, Sea Dogs and Wheat Kings. I believe the Sea Dogs had what 3 goals in like 45 seconds.
Yep,
And then
exactly,
the Wheat
exactly.
Kings scored yet another one with like 13 seconds left. I think it was a grand total of 4 goals in under a minute. It
Oh
was
man, I know like a
insanity.
season 80 in that one talk about the Eagles, and the Eagles were quite often down and out of games, and they would come back and score, 2 goals in the last minute, and then score the third goal with like point six to go on the clock. Like, and then that happened 3 games in a row. I was like,
Hmm.
wow, like,
Yeah, and
clutch,
yeah,
clutch.
100%. When the pressure's on, some of these guys just know how to step up, right? Let's see if
Yep,
anyone on
exactly.
Reds got that mentality. It looks like a bit of attempted organized chaos on these plays. Everyone's kind of chasing, waiting for that breakout, that good chance to break up the ice. Blue trying to clear a puck there. Unfortunately, slap shots it down the ice for an icing, so they got to reset. burn some of that energy they just got. 250 left on the clock. It's a tough spot to be in if they can keep calm and try and just focus on getting
Keep
one
calm
for
and
now.
march on. Yep, exactly. Get one and worry about. Remember, the last minute's a real minute, so just worry about that at that point in time. Try to get one for that minute hits. Then you got a full real minute to work the puck.
Exactly.
And all Blues got to do is stay calm, play smart hockey, control the puck,
Yep.
clean breakouts, and not get caught, risking anything. So hopefully they do that. Again, I have seen teams up by four where they get cocky and they make errors and turnovers are happen. So we'll see if
Yeah, and
that
again,
makes
as you're saying
difference.
that, one of the blue defensemen tried to kind of burn some time and got burnt a little bit. Fortunately, Sink Smasher wasn't able to capitalize. But
Yep.
again, you really gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. Oh, and a breakaway coming in for Blue. Oh, he tries the in between the legs, Deke. It does not work, not even close. And
Nifty move though. I mean, up by two. It's not a bad move to try just to have some fun.
I agree, but again, I think with that missed opportunity, it resulted in a power play for Red. So
which could
maybe,
be huge.
yeah. I mean, they have a full minute here. If they can score a quick one on the power play, like you said, they've got maybe 45 seconds or so to really put that pressure on and maybe
And
tie
just
this thing up.
hammer goal in something, anything, but just hammer it in.
Exactly. But Blue doing a good job of stripping the puck off and clearing it out. A little under 40 seconds now. Blue has taken the puck behind the net. Yellow coming in with a charge and a blatant one at that, making it 4-on-4. 37.2 seconds left. Not a smart play. I would suggest a board pin in that sort of situation as opposed to coming in with a
Yep.
full head of steam hitting a guy from behind. But let's see if the team can pick him up on his a bit of a transgression here. Oh, and yet another breakaway coming in for the blue team, and he finally capitalizes, making it 5-2, pretty much
That
sealing this one up.
that's the dagger. That's the dagger right there.
Yep.
I mean, even if they get two lucky ones, that's dagger. It's done. But I mean, blue stuck with their breakout scenario all game, and it seemed to work in the end. You think Red's defense would have caught on by leaving something back deep to stop that, but
Well, they
apparently they
were
didn't
doing
adjust.
they were
They
doing a
didn't
good
adjust.
job for a good chunk of the game. I think it's once they got down a goal and felt like they had to
Yeah,
produce. There was a lot more pressure. They stopped worrying so much about
that is true.
covering and trying to get a goal, right? But now we've got two blue guys sitting both kind of cherry picking, looking to get that
Yeah,
breakaway. And yeah, here comes another breakaway. They're waiting for it, and another goal, making it 6-2.
jeez.
Yeah, I mean, again, you can't let two guys be behind you as a defenseman. If you're the only one back, call for help. I get that you're looking to maybe make the game more respectable, but at the end of the day, what ended up happening was the exact opposite.
Yep, exactly. You got even down by two. I get you under pressure for a goal, but you still got to maintain your mentality of defense and watch for that regardless.
Exactly.
You can still have the we'll say example the right deep pinch in, have a four-man attack, but have that lefty hanging back deep, watching for that cherry picker.
Exactly. Now 6-2 is the final. On the blue side, 22
Oh,
shots, 8 minutes on time on attack. I mean, they really were the stronger team, I think, overall. Losing the faceoffs, interestingly enough, 16 to 20. Yeah, 16 to 20.
that is a neat one.
But I think the big selling point here for me was the fact that they had, I believe, 4 or 5 breakaways, and that's something
Yeah,
you can't be doing.
exactly.
It's not gonna help you. Now you'll notice here
This game kind of played out a little bit like the blue team would do, like Toronto would do against a red team like Montreal, like they did last weekend.
the ha 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 ha. Um, but yeah, I mean, interesting note here is I believe all of the breakaway goals were scored by the same skater, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously he's strong at capitalizing on.
On the
Uh,
breakaways.
yeah, getting there. I don't know if it's necessarily a cherry pick situation, but when given the opportunity, he's done pretty well on them. I think he went 3 for 5 in and around there. Um,
Something like that, yeah. Definitely capitalized though. I mean, and
yeah,
that's huge. All around though, I mean, blue in the end out shooting the red team, out attacking in the end. So blue did take their period onto their shoulders.
definitely, especially once those tides turned and they went up 2. It was that was kind of it. Red just pushed way too hard and it bit him in the ass a little bit. But yeah, it's a good game, guys, and I hope you had fun.
We're going to take a short break here. We got about 25 minutes for the next game hits. So we take a short break, get a drink, a smoke, whatever you guys need to do. And we'll be back for game 2 here briefly.
Talk to you guys soon.